Diamond, you are late. Introduce yourselves. Who are you? We have just done our introductions. Yes, sir.
Oh, my name is Darius.
Okay. And the man behind the camera?
Charles Zul.
Sir Charles Zul.
Yes.
Next time we will lock the door. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by welcoming you all to the first quarter of 2024 media briefing, and I wish to express my sincere gratitude for your positive response to this invitation. This is an indication of our strong relations that we have built over the years, and it also signifies your commitment and support in the fight against corruption. The Commission acknowledges the critical role that you, the media, play in informing and educating members of the public on the ills of corruption, as well as exposing those who engage in corrupt practices. We therefore commend you and urge you to continue on this trajectory so that together we can work towards attaining a corruption-free Zambia. The Commission's focus in the first quarter of this year, 2024, was to enhance corruption prevention measures and further improve corruption reporting mechanisms. To this end, the Commission recently launched a new and secure online anonymous whistleblower system, and this is a landmark achievement and a major shift in the fight against corruption. With this new anti-corruption reporting system, the Commission anticipates increased reports from members of the public, especially those who were unable to blow the whistle for fear of victimization by their superiors and employers. The system is secure, convenient, and easy to use. The introduction of this new system will also help create a culture of transparency and accountability in both public and private institutions, as corrupt practices, maladministration, embezzlement, favoritism, and other corruption crimes will be exposed. The Commission therefore wishes to call upon members of the public to utilize the system and report all suspected cases of corruption, regardless of the individuals or institutions involved. You may wish to know that in just 2 weeks or so following the launch of this system, the Commission has so far received 50 corruption reports through the platform. This is very encouraging and commendable to members of the public. However, those that wish to report corruption to us using the traditional means or ways for one reason or the other are also encouraged to do so, and they can go to our offices located across the country. In all instances, the Commission will continue to work towards the review of the Public Interest Disclosure Whistleblower Protection Act of 2010 in order to strengthen the legal provisions for protection of whistleblowers. Ladies and gentlemen, you may also wish to note that the Commission has commenced the process of reviewing the Anti-Corruption Act No. 3 of 2012. This review has been necessitated by the need to align the Anti-Corruption Act with the provisions of the Constitution. You may wish to know that the definition of public officer in the Constitution is not the same as the one obtaining in the subsidiary legislation, which is the Anti-Corruption Act. It is anticipated that the review will also put in place stiffer penalties for corrupt practices. In addition, the Commission is also in the process of developing a draft bill on asset declaration of public officers. The bill will play a crucial role in enhancing accountability of public officers and will facilitate the conduct of lifestyle audits. Those who serve in these public institutions have been given the responsibility to preside over the nation's resources, and therefore they need to be held in check so that opportunities of abusing public resources are reduced through accountability mechanisms. As you may be aware, the Commission launched a report on the evaluation of the Integrity Committee program, which will help both public and private institutions to use the findings to strengthen the anti-corruption measures within their institutions. And the Integrity Committee program, which began in 2006, is one of the key initiatives in the fight against corruption in Zambia. It is meant to institutionalize the fight against graft by streamlining of corruption prevention best practices and policies and guidelines such as gift policies, conflict of interest policies, and service charters. Since its inception, there are currently 211 institutions in public and private institutions that have institutionalized the fight against corruption by streamlining integrity committees in their respective organizations. Interestingly, the findings in the evaluation report of the integrity committees has shown that the IC program implementation has been satisfactory against the evaluation criteria of relevance, coherence, efficiency, sustainability, and impact. Further, the findings have revealed that individual experiences of corruption when seeking public services in various public institutions was low at about 10.3%. This is very encouraging because it shows that the measures and policies that have been put in place to prevent corruption in the country are bearing fruit. The report also highlights the challenges integrity committees are faced with and make recommendations on how some of the challenges could be addressed. Among the constraints include the lack of funding for integrity committee programs, the lack of permanent members of the committees, especially in local authorities, as members are often transferred to other stations. It is, however, gratifying to note that the Secretary to the Cabinet, Mr. Patrick Kangwa, is in his launch of the report made an undertaking to ensure that the recommendations made in the report to mitigate the challenges were implemented. Ladies and gentlemen, during the beginning of this quarter, Transparency International released Corruption Perception Index, the CPI, and Zambia showed an improvement on the score with 4 points, from 33 out of 100 in 2022 to 37 out of 100 in 2023. Subsequently, Zambia improved the global rankings by 18 points, or 18 places, from 116 in 2022 to 98 in 2023, signifying a positive trajectory in combating corruption. The Commission is delighted with the improvements recorded by the country on the CPI ranking, and the improvements can be attributed to a number of factors that have contributed to the overall positive fight against corruption. The Commission will continue to rigorously investigate and prosecute all corruption cases and undertake corruption prevention and public education programs so that corruption is not tolerated. The Commission further calls for continued collaboration among government bodies, civil society organizations, the private sector, and citizens to build upon successes reflected in the improved CPI score. Allow me now to give you an overview of the Commission's activities in the just ended first quarter of 2024. Corruption prevention. The Commission continued to implement programs and activities aimed at preventing corruption in both public and private institutions, and during the quarter under review, a joint committee against corruption, smuggling, and under evaluation of minerals comprising of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Ministry of Mines and Mineral Development, and the Zambia Revenue Authority undertook tours of selected border ports to understand the mineral value chain process and identify areas that might be prone to corruption. The team was taken through the process that facilitates the exportation of minerals in Zambia and the challenges that institutions involved in the process face for them to maximize the collection of revenue in the mineral value chain, and these were highlighted. The committee will soon render its report on the findings so that interventions are taken to mitigate corrupt practices and increase the revenue benefits that is expected from Zambia's mineral-rich resources. The Commission also established 3 integrity committees at Solwezi Municipal Council, Ndola Teaching Hospital, and Industrial Development Corporation. The Commission also conducted a total of 12 integrity committee trainings for the following institutions: Ndola Teaching Hospital, Kitwe Teaching Hospital, Energy Regulation Board, Luapula Province Administration, Ndola School of Nursing, and Ndola Biomedical School. Others are Health Professional Council of Zambia, the UTHI Hospital, Kalulushi Municipal Council, Kitwe City Council, National Anti-Terrorism Center, Chingola Municipal Council, the IDC, and Teaching Service Commission. The training workshops were conducted for both newly established integrity committees and the old ones that were having new members in the committees. The trainings were aimed at imparting the IC members with the requisite skills to carry out their roles as integrity champions in their respective institutions. Other anti-corruption prevention activities conducted are as follows. 1, a presentation was made during the sensitization workshop for prospective bidders at the Rural Electrification Authority. And 2, a preparatory meeting for integrity check on mineral oil export was held. 3, a meeting with the Ministry of Mines senior staff in order to understand the process for application, validation, and issuance of mining rights was held. 4, a meeting at ZAMSA to follow up on pre-qualification tender evaluation for the supply and delivery of various medical commodities under the long-term, which is a 3-year framework agreement, was also held. 5, a presentation to selected teachers from Southern, Lusaka, and Central Province on common practices in procurement was held. 6, a presentation to newly recruited staff under the National Registration, Passport and Citizen Office at the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security was conducted. 7, a sensitization to ward development committees under Solwezi Municipal Council on corruption and integrity issues was also held. 8, a meeting with the Ministry of Local Government Permanent Secretary to discuss the selection of training institutions for the CDF skills training bursaries was held. And a meeting with the Deputy Division Traffic Officer for Northern Region concerning the joint operations of No Bribes But Fine campaign was also held. Further, the Commission also sat on various select committees to enhance transparency in the processes and ensure laid down procedures were followed by the committees. Some of the select committees that the Commission participated in are as follows. 1. Monitored various tender evaluations for the supply and delivery of drugs, equipment, implants, prosthetics, dental commodities, including for supply of blood administration sets at ZAMSA. 2. Monitored a tender evaluation at ZICTA for the procurement, design, and installation of 51 communication towers across the country. 3. Observed tender evaluation at the Ministry of Energy for the procurement of dead stock fuel for the new Lusaka port. And 4. Monitored tender evaluation for procurement of various ICT equipment under the Ministry of Health Global Fund, and the tender for the construction of 9 district health posts or hospitals under the Ministry of Health. 5. Monitored and participated in the tender evaluation for the Constituency Development Fund projects in 10 councils, and observed negotiations meetings for tender evaluation for the procurement of countrywide airborne geophysical services, and these are geological mapping for the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Development, and monitored the recruitment exercise for the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Zambia, and also participated in the selection board meeting to select officers to serve in various positions in the local authorities, and also attended the Lusaka City Council Selection Board at Local Government Service Commission. Those are the activities under the corruption prevention portfolio. Public education. Through the public education function, the Commission intensified the community outreach programs through sensitization on radio programs, exhibitions, and public events. We also had lectures, workshops, in which close to 1 million people were reached and 7,000 information, education, and communication materials were distributed. These outreach programs are important for the public to own the fight against corruption, for our country to develop. The Commission also conducted a workshop in Kabwe for the development of anti-corruption content in audio and video for early childhood education in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. Audio and video production for early childhood education, so content for the young ones, which embeds aspects of corruption. Further, the Commission produced 39,000 materials, IEC materials, in form of leaflets in English and other local languages on the following topics, which included promoting transparency and accountability, the forfeiture of proceeds of crime, agriculture and corruption, the youth's participation in the fight against corruption. Investigations and prosecutions. During the quarter, the Commission received a total of 417 reports of suspected cases of corruption, and out of these cases, 191 reports did not contain elements of corruption and were referred to the other institutions, and complainants were also advised on how best they can pursue these matters. So from the 417 reports received, 226 reports contained elements of corruption. And these reports, 170 were authorized for investigation. However, 56 reports did not have sufficient detail of a corruption offense to warrant investigation after a thorough review. And as a result, they were either referred to relevant institutions for administrative action or complainants were again advised on how best to pursue those matters. The Commission recorded 12 arrests countrywide, and 83 criminal cases and 27 civil matters were before the courts of law. 8 convictions were secured, with 1 acquittal recorded, and 2 appeals were also lodged. By close of the quarter, 9 cases were pending judgment. Further, the Commission seized 68 motor vehicles whose value is estimated at 41,120,000. The seizure was made from various companies and individuals arising from investigations which were conducted. Several properties were also restricted and seized in the last quarter, whose estimated value is 25 million kwacha. In addition, 25 other motor vehicles whose estimated value is 20 million kwacha were also forfeited to the state. These motor vehicles were recovered during the course of investigations and were forfeited to the state after the expiration of a gazette notice, as no one came forward to claim them. The Commission wishes to take this opportunity to assure all stakeholders that it has adjusted to the court rules under the new criminal court procedures that requires the conclusion of cases within 5 months. The Commission will work towards speedy disposal of cases that are in court so that justice is quickly dispensed. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, the Commission will not relent in its efforts to fight corruption in the country. And corruption eats the moral fiber of our society. It affects the quality of service delivery in public institutions. It erodes trust and disrupts national development. The Commission implores on everyone to desist from engaging in corrupt practices by simply resisting, rejecting, and reporting suspected cases of corruption. Let us all embrace our national slogan, "A corruption-free Zambia begins with me." I thank you. I will now proceed to take questions, clarifications on